WCBI News at 10 starts now.
Thank you for joining us tonight at 10. Flooding, it continues to impact people here in the Golden Triangle. Residents in the Montgomery Quarters Mobile Home Park in COPIAH County, they say that this isn't anything new for them. They say whenever heavy rains come, the water rises up into their yards, often up their staircases and into homes. Homeowner Alicia King and her daughter, they say their property has been ruined by the flooding.
To our trailer, we've got our porches are rotting out because of all the water that sits underneath the trailer. And it's probably, when it floods, it's what, you'd say maybe 2 inches from the bottom of the trailer. So all this water all these years have been sitting on the trailer. We have a problem with bugs. It smells like sewage in here.
I know one time when we went outside, whenever it had flooding, there was like, you can see something in the water, and it was kind of like oil or fuel or so, I don't know what it was.
King and her daughter have contacted the owners of the property, but they tell us they haven't received any help. They hope to sell their home soon and move to higher ground. Well, as floodwaters recede in the capital city, they are just reaching their highest levels further downstream. Courtney Ann Jackson traveled to see the impacts of the Pearl River flooding.
We wanted to make our way downstream today to see how the flooding is impacting counties like COPIAH and Simpson. We started in COPIAH County, but this is as far as I got for Simpson County because water is now over the road here on Highway 28. We'll first take you to the Gatesville community in COPIAH County. Along Gatesville Road, water is still over the road in many spots, but most were able to get out before the water rose this high, including Mr. Sylvester Skipper, whose son carried him out on his back over the weekend. Water is going down, but for those waiting to get in their homes, they are already drained.
It is affecting me emotionally, and it put a lot of stress on you, and your kids want to come back home. You seeing water in your house, there's nothing you can do about it. And I done cried myself to sleep through nights.
Melvina Dixon fears for what's next for her family.
I'm losing everything, losing my entire house. And at my age, it would be hard to get another one. Staying with relatives in Raymond right now, but I'm here every day. I have to come see what's going on and anticipating the water going down and see what a mess I got after it go down.
Further downstream, they didn't see the river crest till today. In Georgetown, water is still over some roads, but doesn't appear to have gotten inside houses. In Rockport, this family's only silver lining to the flooding is that the home is elevated, but it doesn't make it any easier to process.
You know, everybody riding around looking, telling me they're sorry. What are you sorry for? It happened. I live this close to a river and I knew it was going to happen. You know the Pearl's going to get, it'll come up, but I never figured I'd see this much water.
Courtney Ann Jackson, WCBI News.
We are done with the rain for a little while here. Tonight, looking clear and chilly. Temperatures down into the 20s and 30s across the region with a calm wind. Really very more so looking like winter out there. 30 in Columbus, 32 in Birmingham, Jackson at 33. The 30s all the way down to the Gulf Coast in the southeast here. A clear sky is in place. It's nice to not see any rain out there. Of course, that clear sky brought us beautiful sunshine today. Tonight, that clear sky helps things cool off into the low to middle 20s out there. Coming up in just a bit, I'll let you know when we see more sunshine and when rain returns. We'll also take a look at your 7-day forecast.
New tonight, an animal abuse bill moving through the Alabama legislature is drawing criticism from animal rights groups. The bill would give the Department of Agriculture and Industries jurisdiction over the regulation of working animals and animal enterprises. Animal rights groups called the bill unnecessary. As written, the bill would also bring criminal charges against anyone filing false complaints of animal cruelty. Jerome Jones from CBS affiliate WAKA has more.
An animal abuse bill moving through the State House has the attention of animal rights groups across Alabama. The legislation, proposed by Senator Jack Williams of Mobile, gives authority to the State Department of Agriculture in animal abuse cases that involve working animals.
It does limit the powers of the animal control officer and what they can do when they arrive on the scene.
The law would also bring misdemeanor criminal charges on anyone who files a false animal abuse claim. Senator Williams declined to speak on camera, but he says that he has received threats and aggressive backlash over the bill. Senate President Pro Tem Del Marsh says he is aware of the bill and the concerns about it.
I've got a lot of animal rights folks in my district have called me. I've received calls last night from the Humane Society in Birmingham.
Humane groups are concerned that the bill would strip them of power and discourage people from reporting animal abuse.
I'd like to think that there was the best of intentions when writing it. I'm just not sure what they are. I'm not even sure what it was meant to accomplish.
I'm obviously curious about what's in this bill. I believe it moves a lot of the jurisdiction to the Department of Agriculture.
For now, Marsh says the bill will be put on hold in the Senate until the language and intent can be worked out.
There's a lot of work to be done, a lot of questions to be asked, and that bill for right now is not moving anywhere.
Now, in that bill called the Working Animal Protection and Animal Enterprise Freedom Act, a working animal found to be in danger of death or permanent physical injury could be impounded at the owner's expense. All right, we're going to send things back over to meteorologist Jacob Dickey. Jacob, when it's this cold out, I feel like we need like a little snow or something.
You're right about that. And I'll tell you what, was it cold enough for your dog this morning, Scott? Did he not want to go out?
No.
Yeah, I don't think
he doesn't like the cold or the rain, so we can't win right now.
Maybe you need to give him some little booties or something to keep his feet warm, right? Some paws. Well, I'll tell you what, when we look at the forecast here, the dogs are going to be cold again in the morning. We're down into the 20s tonight. Highs tomorrow, though, in the 50s. It'll be a beautiful day for the dog park. We'll let you know how long the sunshine lasts and when rain returns right after this.
WCBI First Alert AccuWeather Forecast with meteorologist Jacob Dickey.
It is chilly out there again tonight. Temperatures dropping quickly once the sun set. We were in the 40s this afternoon, down to the 30s and 20s in places. It is 32 in Tupelo with a clear sky and a calm wind. We are seeing some 20s in New Albany at 29. 29 also in Fayette, Alabama. It is 29 in Ackerman. Starkville sitting at 30 tonight. 27 up in Coffeyville. Our winds are calming down here, likely staying calm overnight tonight. And when we have a clear sky and a calm wind, we could really efficiently cool the atmosphere. That means tonight we'll get temperatures down into the low, perhaps middle 20s in spots, all the way down to 24 in Macon, Louisville, Starkville, Aberdeen, 23 tonight in Ackerman and Eupora. 21 will be the low in Oxford, 22 in Iuka. Very chilly tonight. Lots of sunshine, though, for our Saturday. We'll get up into the 50s in the afternoon, a bit warmer than we were today. Look for south winds 5 to perhaps 10 miles an hour, and really enjoy the nice weather for the weekend here. Here's those highs out there. Again, 55 in Columbus and in Starkville, 57 in Macon. It will be chilly in the morning, but dry and sunny into the afternoon. 54 in Pontotoc and in Bruce. Water Valley, good evening to you. You'll get to 54 tomorrow. And then in West Alabama, 58 in Vernon, 57 in Soligent. I've got 57 also in Reform. As we look at Futurecast here, overnight tonight, we keep a clear sky and calm winds. Winds lightly pick up out of the south tomorrow during the day. And by tomorrow night into Sunday, we may very well get some cloud cover in place. Mostly cloudy sky will probably take place by Sunday afternoon. Maybe a shower somewhere during the day. Better odds for rain, though, start as we go into Sunday night, especially on Monday, as we sit in the warm side of things with showers and thunderstorms likely. So there goes high pressure here Saturday and Sunday off to the east. That makes way for the storm system. We're in the warm sector Monday during the day. We'll watch and see if any stronger storms can materialize. I'm not overly confident on that, and we may see some heavy rain somewhere in the area too. Once the front goes on by, though, the warmth is out of here. We're back to some cooler weather. As far as how much rain we expect, there will be areas that get between ½ inch and an inch, with some locally higher amounts between 1 and 2 inches, not out of the question. The heaviest rain may stay off to our east. That'd be great. We'd probably appreciate that. But all of us getting a dose of winter air, we round out the month of February back with winter temperatures, a cold air mass across the eastern United States. For us locally, that's going to mean 40s for highs as we head into the latter part of next week. Nighttime lows down into the 20s. If we keep that way, March may start chilly too. We'll have to wait and see how it shakes out.
You know, speaking of all this chilly weather, it makes me think, that's why actually I wore this tie, the blue tie, which it looks like you got the blue memo too, because blue makes me think of ice cold.
I like the blue because of the blue sky today. But
good point. All right.
So we're cold and sunny Or warm and rainy. That's all.
That's it. Thanks so much, Jacob. Well, there's more than one place to catch up on the news. After the break, we take you to a spot in the community that's become the center for communication. Welcome back, everyone. It's a special place in African American communities, barbershops and beauty salons. At one time, they were one of the only few places African Americans could gather and discuss what's going on in the community. Our Quentin Smith takes a look at the role these businesses play in the African American community.
There's a lot of cutting up going on at Jordan's Barber and Style Shop in Columbus, but not just with the clippers, also with laughter and conversation. If you ask the owner, Bobby Jordan, he'll tell you this is just another day at the barbershop.
They used to call it the Black Man Country Club. So we come in, we try to get our haircut, get a good style, but it's also an opportunity to talk to each other, you know. Also an opportunity to tell a young man about what's right, which way he should go, you know. Chance to talk about politics, chance to express ourselves that we might not can say otherwise.
This shop has been a staple in Columbus for 50 years, but when it comes to barbershops in general, well, they've been a staple in the community for centuries.
In the black community, everybody, this is a spot everybody can come to, and it's one of the center of the community, the black community.
One reason for that is because at one time, the barbershop was one of the few businesses African Americans owned.
It's one of the only things that a black person could do on his own was cut hair. That's the number one thing. We used to cut the other people's hair, but the only thing we might have to do is borrow your sheep shears to do it, but there's something we can do on our own.
And the same can be said for hair salons.
I can go as far back as in the slavery days. There were slaves that had to administer hair services to their slave owners. So by them using the tonics to do our hair, they became entrepreneurs once they became free. This was something that they had already started when they were in slavery, and after slavery, they just went on and took it to the next level.
For Frances Stevenson, the salon plays a big part in her life.
This is my way of communicating with the community.
She's the owner of Martha's Cut and Curl, a beauty shop she inherited from her mother.
Ever since I was a little girl, watching my mother do hair, it was always about love and that family bond.
Both the hair salon and barbershop have a lot in common, including being cultural and economic drivers in the African American community. By way of his clippers, Brandon White has held a job in the barbershop for 15 years. Now he uses the shop not only as stability for himself, but also to give others a chance at employment.
The shop I come from, we check the kids' report card. They're doing good, they want to work. You know, we'll provide them a job after school.
For the economy, yes, it has always been a great moneymaker.
It means a lot to me. It's a tradition. My father worked hard, he got it started, he got it established, so I'm going to try to do what I can to keep it going. I have a son here in the business, he's standing out here working, so hopefully we can keep it going.
See, the shops serve as a place of business and fellowship all under one roof, and they take pride in giving back to the community. From a crisp lineup to a nice hair flip, strangers become friends and clients become family. Both establishments are centerpieces in the African American community, and many believe it will continue to remain that way.
The way we show love, man, the way we, the energy we give, you know, just the way we interact with people, you know, we always try to do something with the people, you know, the community.
As long as we love ourselves, we're going to take care of ourselves, and we're going to make sure that we look good. So, no, I don't think we will ever go out of business.
I wish the people in the community will recognize what it is and try to help us keep this going, you know, because see, we as a people are losing too many things that we started out with. So we've been around this long, so it's a good example also to show people what's possible.
An awesome story right there. Well, in 1933, Henry Morgan opened the first barber school for African Americans called Tyler Barber College in Tyler, Texas. Well, playoff action heating up for the high school girls basketball. Catch all that action next in sports.
Your WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb.
The second series of the season for Mississippi State baseball might already take the cake for being the most interesting because this one involves some unfinished business. 6th-ranked Mississippi State hosting 25th-ranked Oregon State. And just in case you've blocked this out of your memory, the two meeting for the first time on the diamond since the Beavers eliminated the Bulldogs 5-2 right before reaching the 2018 College World Series championship. Just for that, this weekend, the Diamond Dogs showing the Beavers no mercy. Let's get to Duty Noble Field. Game 1 of the weekend series between the Beavers and the Bulldogs. Big starting outing for pitcher Carlisle Kessler. Starting for JT Ginn, 3 scoreless innings, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts. Pitcher's duel to start off the game. Beavers break through in the 4th. Pitcher Landon Sims relieves Kessler. Shortstop Andy Armstrong with the base hit to short gets right past Jordan Westberg. Oregon State goes up 2-0 into the bottom of the 8th inning. However, better late than never for the Bulldogs. 1 man on, Westberg lasers one down the third baseline. A double for Westy. First baseman Josh Hatcher loads the bags with a walk. Serves up second baseman Justin Foscue. Bases juiced, the junior delivers a 2 RBI double in the bottom of the 8th. Scores center fielder Rowdy Jordan and Westberg. It's all tied up at 2. Until one batter later, left fielder Brandon Pimentel crushes one to right. His first home run as a Bulldog comes in a huge spot. And Mississippi State scores 6 in the 8th inning to go on. The Rally Dogs returning. They get the win 6-2. Action resumes Saturday for Game 2 at 2 p.m. 5th-ranked Ole Miss hosting Xavier for the Rebels' second weekend series of the season. How about this? The Rebels not only pulled off the no-hitter, the bat's on fire as well. Ole Miss gets the 13-0 shutout victory. Rebels host Xavier for Game 2 Saturday at 1:30 p.m. High school basketball playoffs continuing. New Hope taking on Neshoba Central. First quarter guard Anna Prince. Deep 3 off the screen. Trojans up 5-2. Next New Hope possession. Prince and Brownlee off the pick and roll action. It's 7-2 Trojans. A minute remaining in the first. A tied ball game. Prince and Brownlee pick and roll again. Hey, if it's broke, don't fix it. And one bucket. Trojans up 10-8. But New Hope falls short in this one. Neshoba Central gets the win 45-35. Staying local, West Lowndes hosting Lumberton. Start of the third quarter, Panthers ahead. Marvacia Seal driving and the finish. West Lowndes takes the 36-26 lead. A few plays later, Tadasha Hood drives. The layup off the glass. Panthers still up by 10. And a minute remaining in the third, a give and go with Seal and Avery Sanders. Seal with the finish. The Lady Panthers get the win in advance. West Lowndes up 56, Lumberton 45, your final. The 3A powerhouse Belmont taking on Aberdeen in playoff action. Early 4th, Taylor Harrison gets inside off the glass, cuts it to 54-26 Belmont. Lady Cards the other way. It goes to Macy Walker, who nails a 3. Makes it 57-26 Belmont. And again, go to Walker this time. She gets to the inside. The finish at the cup. Belmont up 59-26. Belmont dominating the Bulldogs to survive and advance 64-32. Some more round 2 of playoff action between Columbus and Holmes County. 4th quarter, Lady Falcons on the steal. Shania Givens on the fast break. Pulls up the jumper. Columbus out to a big lead 38-17. A great play next by Mashanti Sadler. Under the rim, easy lay-in. It's just money. The Lady Jacks make a comeback late in this one, though. Don't give it to Carly Andrews. All alone behind the arc, getting it done. Pulls within 5 for Holmes Central. But Columbus seals the deal here. Anaya Sadler, the strong finish at the hole, and 1. Lady Falcons advance to the quarterfinals with a 48-44 win on the road. Sticking in high school action, one Sulligent Blue Devil taking his talents way north. Defensive tackle Austin Jane signing with Alfred State up in New York. Jane played all of his 4 years at Sulligent, starting in 2 and assisting in the Blue Devils semifinal run back in 2017. Jane helped Sulligent win 30 games during his time as a Blue Devil. Scott.
Wow, New York.
New York.
Whole different ball game up there.
Upstate New York, not so much New York City, so it's not going to be.
I just feel like every time you say New York, you just automatically think.
I would agree with that.
You know, most people.
I would agree with that.
Me at least. So
hey, hopefully
anyway,
he has fun though.
Congrats for sure. Well, that's our forecast when we come back. The Junior Auxiliary of Tupelo honors a Tupelo businessman for his service to Northeast Mississippi. Jack Reed Jr. was named Citizen of the Year during the charity ball this evening at the Bancorp South Arena. Reed was nominated for his decades-long record of civic work, his charitable endeavors, and his efforts to help boost local business and the downtown area. Reed said that he was surprised and humbled with the honor.
About my family, and that's my children, grandchildren, wife, brothers, sisters, and our whole family, and our store family. My store family is really family too. Without them, I sure would not be up here. Wouldn't be able to do the things I have been able to do.
Reed is chairman of the board and president of the R.W. Reed Company. The company operates stores in Tupelo, one in Starkville, and Core Cycle and Outdoor in Tupelo.
More sunshine tomorrow. Showers start late Sunday into Monday when we get some thunderstorms too. And then things cool off by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Back into the 40s. Nice to see not a whole lot of rain though, right?
Definitely. And with everything going on at the duty this weekend.
Yeah, we got to keep that rain away.
Yeah.
We don't want any of that.
Perfect sunshine. All right. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Have a great weekend. We'll see you tomorrow.